Welcome back to another episode of the Weekly InSalt. My name is Wade. It's episode 315. Back after a week off, I guess you could say. Yep. I mean, we had a weekend 2 weekends ago, I guess, when you're listening to this. That
well, I was sick for that one, too, though, so I missed that one.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were supposed to release an episode last week.
Yeah.
But we had a weekend the week before.
The week before that, you were sick, I think, right?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The weekend that we took off was for good reason. Mm-hmm. I'm here with Laura.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, Wade.
Here with Ches.
Hey.
And here with the Excalibur of sound.
Excalibur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that works, but I chose it.
All right.
Yeah. It's Kurt. Yeah, the last week we ended up taking a road trip up to Boise.
We did. It was
fun. Which is kind of funny because right after we were in Boise, like everybody from my work ended up having to go to Boise.
Oh, really?
They did?
Like, yeah, I was like, I just missed you guys.
What did they go up there for?
There's a company up there that we've acquired that they have to go do meetings with them and everything. And I'm like, oh, that would have been cool if you guys were up there when I was there.
Yeah.
Kind of, but kind of not. Because, you know, when you're on vacation, I don't know if I want to go hang out with people from work. No offense. But
True.
Trying to get away from
it would be cool because I work from home to meet people face to face.
That is
would be
true.
the benefit.
Yeah. I don't know if it was a vacation, though. It was really...
It was a marathon, honestly.
It was a marathon.
We went there to see a show, Dead Poets Society, with Sunfish, and we went there with Taylor. He's been on the show a number of times in the past. But it's 5.5 hour drive,
Something
I think.
like that, yeah.
Probably a little bit longer for us because we stopped. I don't know. We kind of made good time, though.
We did. I thought we made good time.
But 5.5 hours on Thursday. Show was Thursday night. Wake up Friday, drive 5.5 hours back, and then have a birthday party for Kurt on Saturday.
Right.
It was a long weekend, dude.
Well, I had brunch with my daughter.
Yeah, you had brunch earlier
then a
that day.
haircut, and then Kurt's birthday dinner.
I think we all got here on Sunday, and we originally were going to have Taylor on to talk about that trip. And then I think the trip took a toll on all of us because he ended up sleeping way in. I was like, well, what are we going to talk about? And we were all our brains were mush. And I'm like, you know what? Just let's take the week off.
Yeah.
Rest up for the following week, which was for good reason, apparently, because this is the episode of lists. It sounds like we've got lists of things to talk about. No guest in the studio today, but that should change pretty soon. We've got tons of leads out there. We're just waiting on some things to fall into place. But the trip was awesome.
It was
Did you like
awesome.
the show?
I liked the show. I wasn't sure I was going to, but I really enjoyed it. The venue was super cool.
Oh, the venue was way cool.
Yeah.
It was called the Olympic. And it's attached to a bar, but the Olympic used to be like a hotel that they gutted and made into a venue. Free pour up in Boise, so you need to be careful. But it was cool because the venue and the bar shared the same patio, so you could just walk in and out, and you didn't have to worry about re-entry and stuff.
I was so happy they had pull tabs.
Laura has a gambling problem.
No, she does not.
No, you don't. I've never really seen anybody play pull tabs the way you have, but then I just realized I've never seen anybody play pull tabs.
Yeah.
Because she got like a stack, $20 worth. It was a stack of them. Yeah. And you grab them all at once and you rip them open, and then you just toss them anywhere like they're peanut shells. You know? What? And she goes, there's a video of it, like, Kurt, if you wanted to look up on YouTube, Kurt, like somebody playing pull tabs, you'll see these people are like have a method to it.
Yeah, you just grab them on the side.
It's weird, huh? Yeah, and then you like crinkle them, or then when you would win, you'd rip the tabs off to keep them in order.
Winners,
yeah. So what was your net? What was your net outcome of your pull tab?
Well, so I almost hate to admit this. I don't remember playing that stack of 20.
Oh. So I think you won about $3 off of that 20, and then before you won like $3 off of like $5,
something like that.
Yeah, which is not bad off of $5.
No, it's not.
As anything, gambling is gambling.
So you're saying it's won $3, so
out of $25, she won $6.
Yeah.
So you got 26 back.
No,
or you got $6 back.
$6 back.
Okay, so you lost 14.
Yeah.
Well, I technically lost it all because I'm sure I gambled them back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, as soon as you won $1, you got the dollar and got another pull tab.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah, that's how you always do it.
You're not playing for $1, dude. You're playing for the 400.
Yeah, exactly.
Never get.
Oh, absolutely you will. I've won on pull tabs so many times.
Really? I wonder, I'm sure there's an odds website out there that you can see what your odds are of winning on different pull tab things.
It was interesting they had them in machine, but when I was in Denver, they used to come in buckets.
That sounds like a problem in itself. Like, I want a bucket of pull tabs.
Well, you didn't buy the whole bucket.
Oh, okay.
You just still bought 20.
Oh, I thought that it was like a special.
No,
like a bucket of pull tabs for $100.
They had them in buckets instead of machines.
Oh,
yeah.
I know that Beaver Dam in Arizona on the way to Vegas, they have pull tabs in a machine there, but they're usually out. And I don't think you can necessarily win money. I think they have something to do with the bar where you can win a drink or something. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Rather than just the option to always win money, you have an option of getting a drink there too.
A beverage of your choice.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
but I've never seen anybody
man.
play pull tabs like that before. It was interesting.
Yeah.
Kind of made me want to go back and play pull tabs.
I know. Well, I did win $12 on my Powerball, by the way.
Oh, you did, yeah. But I think
I have to go back.
Idaho is not a state where you can mail it.
You can, but it's over a certain dollar amount.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I have to drive up to Idaho to get my $12.
Gotta spend more. Spend more in gas to get your $12.
I'll just invest those in pull tabs, probably.
Well, it sounds like a trip to Malad.
Yep.
Oh, good old Malad, the city that's only visited by basically all of the Salt Lake Valley when the Powerball is above like 700 million. You know, everybody's like, going to Malad. But you can get the Powerball in Wyoming now, so it doesn't matter, right?
I don't
Correct.
know. You can?
Yeah.
Yes.
You need to go to Evanston or you go to Malad.
Okay.
But
Evanston's closer, isn't it?
I think Evanston is a little bit closer for us. But if you lived up in like Ogden, well, maybe even Ogden. If you were obviously in like Logan, go to Malad.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of cities in Salt Lake, I have this. This is the most Utah thing that we can talk about on the podcast. And everybody, when you think of Utah in the summertime as you're driving around in your vehicle, what do you think of synonymously? What's our unofficial state flag?
Road construction?
Yeah.
Oh, yellow orange cones.
Yep, orange cones, man. Well, I've stumbled across this and thought it was kind of interesting that UDOT announced that they have 209 projects this year, so not over the summer. I misread that to you guys earlier.
In Salt Lake, or
throughout the state.
Okay.
Most of them are within the Salt Lake or Utah valleys. Yeah.
So from Provo to Ogden, basically.
Yep. So, and this is interesting because they tell you how much their money they're spending on these projects too. So the Mountain View corridor between Salt Lake and Utah counties is going to be extended past Camp Williams. They are dumping $466 million into that expansion.
Oh, wow.
And that goes from Harriman, basically, all the way past Camp Williams. And I'm not sure if it connects to, like...
That's down by Utah Lake, right? Camp Williams? Okay.
Yeah, it's like you're hitting Eagle Mountain territory over there. But it sounds like that's going to cause a lot of... traffic congestion with the road construction and stuff. I don't know. That might be new road stuff. For just the bridges,
that does sound like new road stuff because I'm not sure how far down.
I don't think it goes that far. That might just be new developments of roads.
I think it stops in Harriman.
Yeah, it does right now. Okay. I believe so. Yeah, but who knows? You know, if they've got to cross other roads and stuff, I'm sure there'll be some problems with that. Just to repair Salt Lake County bridges, to $23.2 million.
Wow.
And that's mostly Bangor, Redwood Road, SR201, SR202, 3200 West, it sounds like. $147.5 million for I-15 Shepherd Lane interchange.
Where the heck
in
Shepherd
Davis
Lane?
County.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then there's some other interesting things that I didn't think about. I'm scrolling through it right now to try and find it. There's like a certain millions of dollars for... Oh, here it is. Enhanced freeway line striping.
So we can fucking see the lines when it rains.
$26 million for
Is
replacing
it the reflective lines?
lane markings on Wasatch Front freeways with new, wider lines designed for high visibility and reflectivity.
Okay.
And using contrast striping, which includes a white line followed by a black line known as the tiger tail, which is helpful for autonomous vehicle sensors and cameras to detect between lanes.
Interesting.
It's a lot of millions of dollars on paint.
Yeah.
But it's a big road, I guess. But it was interesting to me to see that, like, you don't really think about roads helping with technology. You know, I thought that was interesting. But there's where your tax dollars go, at least to what UDOT does with them.
Autonomous meaning they drive themselves?
Like a Tesla, when you have it in autopilot mode, it's easier for it to sense where the lane is because it's probably got high contrast between the black and white.
I'm just not sure I trust that technology.
People get wrecks all the time.
Yeah. I was in self-driving mode. I can't be at fault.
Right? And I think a lot of people have sued Tesla for that.
Yeah.
But keep your eyes out. You can go to the UDOT.utah.gov website if you want to know if any of those things will impact you. But most of them are going to be starting right now. Like, I think they're starting them all pretty much right now because weather's getting warmer. So if your commute sucks, it's probably going to suck a little bit more.
Yeah, the freezes are done, so they'll get at it now. So,
Well, aren't they doing the bridge on 7200 South?
I think that was on here.
Yeah.
But I didn't know how interesting it'd be to go through every single thing. Some people do love roads, though. I mean, there's people that study them their whole life.
Really?
Oh, Bangor Highway gets a $415 million budget.
It needs work. It needs to have those exits.
They're building on-ramps and off-ramps at 2700 West, 134 South, 9800 South, and 47th South, eliminating stoplights at those intersections.
Cool.
So, as predicted, Bangor Highway is the West Belt route.
Yes.
exactly.
Pretty
They're
much.
turning it
It's
into
going
basically
to be,
another
yeah.
freeway.
Yeah. It's heading that way.
I think that will help.
I think it will too, because especially if that exit to Bangor from I-15 that swings you all the way around, like if that could just become like a freeway to like an interchange where there's no light to get off the road right there, that would be perfect.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that's like last on their list of things to do because Bangor is kind of a mess still anyway.
Well, and trying to get on 201 from Bangor sucks too.
And from 215 it sucks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I meant. 215.
Yeah, the
where
loop.
you have to go to the B and try to get over to the right.
And everybody's going fast in the right lane. People are coming on slow on the on ramp, merging into 70 mile an hour traffic at like 45. It's bad.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I knew that was going to happen.
Cough it up. You're still getting over your cold.
I am. I should have brought some water down.
Oh, that's okay. Well, we're already. Dang, we're already 12 minutes in talking about road
Somebody
construction.
vaping in here?
Am I? Yeah, I'm vaping in here.
Okay. That's what it is.
That's never happened before.
Yeah, but I haven't been this sick before either.
This sick, you're over it.
No, I'm not yet. I've
You were
heard that
bedridden.
it takes 3 to 4 weeks to get over the cough part of this.
Oh.
Yeah, I think Kurt's still sick.
Maybe. I don't know.
Have you got your taste and smell back yet?
Most of it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Man, being sick sucks. I'm sorry.
It does, yeah.
I'll stop vaping for
Okay,
your
thank
sake.
you.
Or maybe I'll keep going just to make the show interesting. Just kidding.
They'll just hear me cough the entire
Yeah, Laura's cough episode.
Speaking of roads, too, there's an interesting thing going on in St. George, which has been happening everywhere. So this is going to sound worse than it is. And in their news story, they definitely told everybody, this sounds bad, but we promise it's not what it sounds like. Automatic license plate readers were sold to the St. George Police Department, and they're installing these cameras and the software. They're deploying it around St. George and on the highways. Basically, if you have a warrant,
or expired insurance
not
registration.
it does not apply to expired registration or insurance.
It doesn't do the
because they
insurance
don't.
lookup?
It doesn't because they don't
I've
want.
gotten pulled over for that
Yeah.
in Salt Lake,
But this isn't
and my
in their-
insurance wasn't expired.
This isn't in the police cars. These are static cameras.
Oh, gotcha.
So, like, you're driving down I-15, and let's say you had a warrant for your arrest. You drive past this camera, it reads your license plate,
Ooh,
and then
how
notifies the police department
How
that
invasive.
that you have a warrant and you just passed here. So they basically can track you at that point. However, where it gets even weirder. But if you don't have a warrant, you're just doing normal. If you're speeding or you have an expired registration or no insurance, the camera doesn't care.
Okay.
But you bet your ass it's still reading your license plate.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
reading every license plate that passes it. And where it gets a little bit weird is that they call out in the article that this information can be sold to third parties for marketing purposes.
What?
So if you go, and they say hospitals already use this, so I don't know why everybody's complaining about it. Like McDonald's uses this and stuff like that. They say that it's to tell like where you came from and the route you took, and then how long you stayed at a particular place and the route you took back. And because it's not personally identifying information by just having a license plate number, it's valid marketing information for third parties because now they can figure out where to put billboards, or they can figure out where the most traffic is coming from.
Put a
And,
McDonald's or
yep.
Yeah.
But do I agree with my license plate and driving information
Hell
being
no.
sold to third parties? Not really. Is there an opt-out for that? Nope.
That's why you don't put a front license plate on your car.
I don't have one on my
I thought
truck.
you had to.
No, Utah's actually looking to make it. It's an unofficial law, but they're looking to make it an official law. I saw where you don't have to have a front license plate whatsoever.
It's a
I
secondary
thought you
offense.
had to have one in Utah.
You do. It's a secondary
I thought
offense.
so. Mm-hmm.
They're looking to do away with that to where,
Okay, but it still is.
yeah,
Until they do away with it,
yeah.
it still is. Because I've been cited for it. I got pulled over for speeding, and the officer walked up to the front and says, "You don't have a front license plate, so here's a ticket for that."
You must have been having a bad day.
Yeah.
You have bad luck with police officers, dude.
Not usually.
Well, I mean, if you're speeding and he's in a grumpy mood, he's going to cite you for everything.
You told
right?
me
He or
that
she.
you have been pulled, like every time you've been pulled over, you've never been like let go with a warning.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. But, it's not like I'm getting pulled over 5 times a month.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're still white.
Yeah. Of course. Jesus.
It is sad, and I don't think it happens as much as it used to, but that is a sad part of society is that there is profiling like that. And people do get harassed more than they should.
Yes,
but
they do.
yeah, I've gotten off with warnings and stuff. My registration expired in my Acura for like almost a year.
Wow.
He's like, I could impound your
I've
car,
tried.
and I'm like,
You
I didn't
could.
know.
I've tried
I'm
both
sorry.
methods. Like, super nice. Tell them everything they want. Admit to guilt. Here's your ticket. And then I just stay silent. Here's your ticket. Be a dick. Here's your ticket. I can't win in that.
Yeah, and it depends on why you're being pulled over, I guess. Like for expired registration, they'll probably be more lenient than like speeding. Speeding, it seems like they're going to try to get you anyway. Because I've gotten pulled over where the cop was saying I was going like 10 over the speed limit, but I remember I was in first gear in my Acura. I'm like, how could I have gotten over that? Are you sure it wasn't the car ahead of me? I'm like, I hadn't even shifted into second gear yet, and this is like 35. That would mean my RPMs would be so high, it doesn't make sense to me. And he's like, well, you should just be lucky I'm writing it for 5 over. That ticket was still like $180 because I did a plea in abeyance and had to take the traffic school thing, which is a $100 fee, $120 fee for the traffic school class.
Okay, on the front license plate, come January 1st, it is no longer a law.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
It passed. The governor signed it. It goes into effect.
This year?
2025.
Okay.
January 1st, 2025.
Oh, sweet. I'm going to rip mine off then.
You don't have to have.
Well, I wouldn't until then.
Yeah.
I don't have mine on, and I've never had one on my 4Runner or my new truck, and I've never been hassled. I got hassled in Wyoming one time in the 4Runner, but I got a warning for it.
Well,
Yeah, now it's like
you don't often break traffic laws.
No, I don't. I rarely ever do. I mean, drive like an old lady.
Yeah, but the cops are eyeballing you like, do something wrong, motherfucker.
That's why he pulled
So
me
I
over
can-
because he
so I
said he
can-
radared me going like 90, and I was like, I'm in a 98 Toyota 4Runner. The max speed of this is like 75, dude. Even if I'm going downhill, there's too much wind to go 80 or go 90, let alone 80. But that was an interesting stop because he went to hand me the warning, and it blew away in the wind and went in front of my car, and he actually grabbed his gun like, don't move. And I was like, I'm not going to run you over, dude. The last thing on my list of things I want to do today is run over a police officer. I just want to. I'm trying to go to a show.
You've already written the ticket. It's already on fucking record. I mean, you stopped
Just
you
a
last.
warning too. But he was like so afraid that I was just going to like gun it and run him over. I'm like, dude,
It's probably happened.
I'm just
before.
complying with everything you say, and you think that I'm going to see an opportunity, but can never be too safe.
Dude, the car's not even running.
I think it was. I think maybe it wasn't. I don't remember. But well, Kurt, one day I hope you get away with something.
I hope so too.
I think Kurt, Ches, you had a list that you wanted.
I had
to
a
bring
couple
up.
of lists here, and they both got to do with Kirkland products.
Okay,
So I got the top 10 best Kirkland products.
let's make a guess of what we think number one would be.
They're
Kirkland is-
not numbered on this one.
Okay.
They're not numbered, so it's just a
Socks?
list of the top 10.
Okay,
Clothing or, yeah?
it's probably a clothing.
And
Socks.
it's
I'm
the
going to say socks.
It's the Kirkland brand stuff.
Okay.
So
Which
you're
they
saying
make everything.
socks.
Well, how do they fall in order on the list?
There's just a list. So I mean, it's
Whatever's
not
in the top spot, we'll just say is number one.
okay.
He's like, it's not numbered. Yeah.
So, okay,
I
so
get
the
it.
first one they list is the Kirkland Organic Greek Non-Fat Yogurt.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, that's
Interesting.
so awesome because that plays into a list I have later about the most unhealthy foods. Greek yogurt isn't on the list, but there is yogurt.
Then you got extra virgin Italian olive oil,
Oh, okay.
Then you got the Italian Parmesan Reggiano cheese.
Okay, I've been guilty of buying that.
The Kirkland signature maple syrup.
Oh, so it's all food items?
No, these are just most popular items bought, right?
These might be actually. This might all be food.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So let's see here. So then you got the Kirkland signature pesto.
I haven't had that before.
I haven't either.
Have you? No.
The chocolate covered raisins.
No.
Oh yeah, I bet my mom would love those.
If I knew they had them, I would get them. I love Raisinets.
You do love Raisinets,
I do.
I know that.
Yeah.
Every time I go to the movies, popcorn, Raisinets, and a Coke.
Gotta get goobers over Raisinets.
Oh, no.
Goobers.
Yes.
That just sounds like it shouldn't be a thing you eat.
I know, right?
Let me get the goobers out of your eyes, and then they make a candy out of it.
Exactly. Grass-fed butter.
I didn't know you could feed butter grass.
Exactly.
Grass-fed butter.
Okay.
What the hell is that?
A cow that
That's
the
only
milk
been
was
fed
used to create
Oh,
the butter
okay.
was grass fed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I didn't know butter liked to eat grass.
Yeah.
What else would you feed a cow?
Oh, there's
Hay.
like, and then they like some that they're trying to get away from. Cattle farmers were giving like specific blends with
Corn.
grain and stuff, and corn
Oh.
and a bunch of weird things to try and make them fatter.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. So I mean, if you can get like strictly like grass-fed, grass-finished beef or dairy, it is so much better.
Okay. I learned something today.
The Kirkland signature croissants.
Okay.
The signature vodka.
Yeah, which I've heard so many people say like, dude, just get the Kirkland vodka. It's just Grey Goose repackaged with Kirkland on it. I don't know if that's true, but it could be.
And actually, it even mentions Grey Goose here in the long rumored to be produced by Grey Goose.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and then rounding out the top of this list is the premium vanilla ice cream.
Okay. That's just weird that those would be the top things. I guess olive oil I can see because
Yeah,
olive oil is
it's
considered
very
something that's
expensive, too.
expensive.
Oh, there was like a huge like mafia deal over that.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Over the olive oil?
over olive oil,
Yeah.
like with
Olive
like,
oil or the olives?
olive oil,
I know.
with them making it.
You trapped him in that question so hard. That was awesome. I know.
Yeah.
I was thinking, my head went somewhere completely different. Like they had groves of olive trees and they were,
Yeah,
They're just
they were owned by the
patrolling
cartel.
patrolling the olive trees with their Tommy guns.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Heck yeah, that's a cool visual.
and then also going on to that, the number one Kirkland product from each state.
Okay. And you mentioned before the show that you guessed what the number one Kirkland product in Utah was.
Jello?
No, I don't.
Oh.
But you guessed what it is. Don't
I guess
say it.
I won't.
But let's lock it in. You're saying Jello.
Uh-huh.
The number one.
So no, it's got to be a Kirkland brand.
Okay.
Does
I don't know. Does Kirkland make Jello?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm guessing that's not on the list.
Is it a
though.
food item? Can we get a hint?
It is not a food
It is
item.
not.
Oh,
a
okay.
food
So I go
item.
back to socks.
You go
So
back
this
to
can be
socks.
anything that's sold at Costco.
I'm gonna say the number one Utah item. Oh man, Kurt, do you have a guess?
No.
The number one item that Utahns buy at Costco. That's Kirkland
Not
brand.
food.
It can be anything.
Can be
It's not
anything.
food.
But I will tell you that it is not food.
Tuna fish. Oh, wait, you said not food.
Not food. I will tell you that much. There are other states where their food products are on the list.
I'm still going with socks.
It's got to be a clothing. I would think it is, but or
I'm gonna
these
go
that
with-
are like TVs.
I'm going to go with like air fryers.
Oh, I'm gonna go with the TV or electronic.
You're all going to kick yourself for this
Okay,
one.
okay.
Kirkland brand diapers.
Oh, that makes sense.
God.
Oh, I guess another good guess would have been toilet paper.
Oh yeah.
Oh, toilet paper. That is.
I guess if you're gonna have a lot of kids, you're gonna need a lot of ship tickets.
Yeah. Okay.
Diapers does like when you hear it, you're like, oh, duh. That would make perfect sense. Does it specify whether they're for babies or adults?
It's baby diapers. Okay, what would you think the number one product is for Idaho?
Probably not potatoes. Is it a food item?
It is a food item.
Okay. Does alcohol count as food?
I'm going to say milk.
Huh. I don't know. for Idaho, let me think. If we learned anything from the question you just asked us about Utah.
Cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese for Idaho?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe it is cheese. I don't know. I have no idea.
The Kirkland signature meatball, specifically the Italian style.
I never would have guessed that.
I wouldn't either.
Go to New York or something. Because that is contextual with Laura. See if you can guess.
Okay.
And then I need to know Vegas, too. That would be an interesting one.
So Nevada as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Guesses for New York.
Is it food or not food?
It is food.
Oh. Hot dogs.
Tomatoes. Canned tomatoes.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right. It is probably tomatoes. Or tomato sauce. No. Because I feel like you could get that at better places than Costco in New York.
Probably.
It's not hot dogs because you can just go get those from a vendor for pretty cheap. I don't know.
I'm going to go with like steaks.
Yeah, I'm going to go with some kind of meat.
The Goodless Chetty Mac White Cheddar Shells.
Oh, so like the macaroni and cheese?
Yeah.
Really?
Like Velveeta shells?
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
New Yorkers.
That's awesome because that's also on another list I have.
Okay, and for your hot dog you're talking about, you know, you can go to the cart. The hot dog and soda combo is the number one thing in North Dakota.
Oh, that's funny. Well, how can you go wrong with that?
It's such a good deal.
It's what, $1.50?
Yeah, $1.50. Yeah,
You're not getting anything for $1.50 anywhere.
I hear they're cracking down on that.
Oh, really?
you got now. You have to have
a membership to buy that.
Yeah. That would make sense because that's the whole point that they kept it at $1.50 was for members.
And it was great because when I worked at that computer store up on 21st South, where that giant Costco is, we'd walk over there and get hot dogs for lunch.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah, super cheap. Usually you can't get anything for lunch for under $10 if you go out.
Yeah.
What was the furniture store that used to give away hot dogs?
RC Willie's.
RC Willie's.
They still do it.
Yeah, they do?
If you can find an open RC Willie.
There's still the one down off 21st.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they boil the shit out of those.
Yeah.
It's dirty water dogs.
Yeah.
I will say the Costco hot dogs are delicious.
They're good.
Okay, what is your guess for the Nevada?
For Nevada, it's got to be alcohol.
I would say no.
Probably not because a lot of people in
Is it
Nevada
food
that
or
live
not
there
food?
don't drink a lot. I don't know. Maybe they do.
Food or not food?
I would say food.
Potato chips.
The way you said I would say food makes me think it's something that could be considered food but probably isn't. So I'll go with alcohol or wine or something.
I'll go with beer. No.
Or beer.
No. I'm going to go with soda.
Okay.
Potato chips.
Potato chips. Kirkland signature organic no salt seasoning.
Oh.
For God's sake.
Wow, that's a really weird one. Nevada.
No
What's going on over
seasoning.
there? Yeah, just like endless barbecue over in Nevada, just grilling up steaks in 100-degree weather, cooking them on the hood of your car. Jeez, that's interesting. What's California like?
Let's see.
Kirkland brand avocado toast.
Yeah. Okay, so I got California ready. So what are your guesses?
Oranges.
But I think that maybe. No, I don't think it's that because it's always surprised us every time. California. It's gonna be. Oh man, I don't know.
Vienna sausages.
It's gonna be a meat. I'll go meat.
You went with what, Laura?
Oranges.
Oranges.
Vienna sausages.
Little Smokies.
Little Smokies.
Prosecco sparkling wine.
Shit! I should have went alcohol with California. Makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
I was close.
Good thing we're not getting points for this because we'd all be zero. Anybody else want to know a state's Kirkland thing?
Here's one for you. West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Is it food or not food?
Yeah, I think you need to tell us right off the bat if it's food or not food. Or
not
if we have
food.
a chance.
Not food. West Virginia.
Let's narrow it down more before we just guess because we still have a wide range and we haven't gotten any of them right. So is it a liquid?
No.
Okay. You guys answer hint questions too.
I have a guess.
So it's a food that's not a liquid.
Wife beaters.
It's not a food.
Is it? It's not a food.
All right.
Did you say it wasn't a food?
Yeah.
And then I asked you if it's a liquid.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But the liquid could have been like a cleaning product.
Oh, true.
Uh-huh.
I just thought I sounded like a complete dumbass.
Okay, I'm just going to end this one.
Okay.
It's a trick question. There is no Costco in West Virginia.
Oh,
shit.
Same thing with Wyoming.
I've really been bought into the game, and then you picked that. Asshole. Well, should we take a break or should we just go through break today?
Let's
go.
Let's just go through.
Lars over it already.
I might have to get a water break though.
Okay, we can break.
Yeah, let's do a break.
Okay, we'll be right back after this quick break. Welcome back. We're back. Episode 315. The weekly InSalt. Big shout out to the Pearl on Main. As always, they sponsor this show. Check out thepearlonmain.com for their upcoming shows and ticket information. They're selling out now, so
yeah,
get ahead of the game.
Yeah, they're getting some big shows in there, so check them out. We were talking about license plate readers and stuff again, and traffic cameras and stuff. I didn't know that they were illegal in Utah, like specifically illegal, those speed trap cameras.
Yes,
but it makes sense because you said you can't really tell who's driving the car most of the time, so it would suck if your car was driven by somebody else and you got the speeding ticket for it. But I don't know. I remember when we went to Denver, we went over the toll bridge, and it's supposed to take a picture of your license plate and then send you a bill. I never, ever got a bill for that.
Really?
I went and checked the website, put in my license plate number, never said I owed anything. So I'm like, maybe it wasn't. Maybe I was driving too fast. Couldn't catch me.
Maybe it was out of order that day.
But yeah, I think there's a lot of like weird invasion of privacy things. Like even this thing in St. George, although they're not giving you tickets, they still are tracking. Basically, they're tracking your vehicle, with this data that maybe doesn't associate it to you, but they can tell where your vehicle went to and from. And I'm sure there's arguments out there that could be made. Well, if like an Amber Alert happens and the license plate number, then you can track it.
Okay,
things like
sense,
that.
yeah.
Or like somebody goes on a murder spree and you want to know where they're at. They drive past one of these cameras. You have the most recent location they last passed. You can kind of infer where they're going, but I still don't like the idea of selling it to people.
No,
I don't know. Like, there's already enough advertising in the world. Do you really need to like throw up a billboard at the hospital?
No.
Like tons of people are getting to the hospital right now. Like advertising companies change their strategy. We've got COVID-20. Everybody's going to be going to the hospital. Let's throw up a big old Arby's billboard.
Yeah.
They would do that too. Advertising has no soul.
Wouldn't it be
No,
COVID-24 now?
What? I don't know. COVID whatever. COVID 69420.
Yeah.
But speaking of like maybe an invasion of privacy, the Utah Supreme Court ruled recently that an officer acted lawfully by putting somebody's thumb on their phone to unlock it without a warrant.
I think that's bullshit.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
Bullshit.
Was it in Utah?
It wasn't in Utah, but it's just like one of those things where like a lawyer would use this as an argument in a case saying, yeah, you can do that because it was ruled in the Supreme Court that you could do it, and so it kind of gives permission to people to do it, even though it's kind of like the Face ID and the thumbprint biometric stuff is kind of still in the Wild West of like laws because they really haven't caught up with it yet.
I think they should need a warrant to do that.
I think they should do. So basically this article was saying if you're using Face ID or you're using your thumbprint on your phone, you should just switch back to a PIN because by law they have to have a warrant to get your PIN from you.
Well, you have to have a warrant to use the phone company's records too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But apparently not to put your thumb on it.
That's BS.
I don't know.
Don't use biometrics.
Well, it's more secure, but on the other hand, is it? It's more secure in real time, but then if you're planning on getting arrested, I guess don't.
It wasn't the Supreme Court.
Oh, okay.
It was just it was the 9th District's appeals court.
The appeals court. Okay.
So it hasn't hit the Supreme yet.
It probably will.
I can see them making it not.
I can see that too, because I thought it said Supreme Court. I must have misread it.
Yeah, I can see the Supreme Court saying no.
That's why you're the fact checker, man.
So
keep me honest. Even though, in reality, I saw this on the internet anyway. So take everything with a grain of salt.
But you also remember
research.
So the 9th District is what covers California, so
it would make sense. But that still is nonetheless something that you can catch like leading the wrong direction, and then you hope that the Supreme Court takes the side of the people.
Absolutely. And privacy.
Because I don't think that it would be I don't think that anything personal, like if you're in your car and you get pulled over, unless they have probable cause, they can't just open your car and start searching it,
True.
Probable cause is a gray area because sometimes they can say, well, I already, smell alcohol or I already smell weed. Like, just now I have probable cause.
Yeah.
And I think the K9 unit thing is always highly debatable. Like, people have always said, well, the dog signaling could be anything.
Yeah.
But I would trust the dog over like a person's nose, you know?
Yeah.
Because a person could have ill intentions. The dog's just like, oh, dude, this is the coolest game I play.
Yeah.
I smell something. I'm going to sit.
Yeah. And get
It's
my ball.
leftover Arby's, man.
Yeah. Shit. The guy that made my Arby's was smoking weed.
Right.
Yeah.
He put a nug in there.
He hooked me up.
Yeah, that's why you order the...
Which drive-through was that?
I'll take the 5XL beef and cheddar.
Yeah.
Pull right up. I think there has been plenty of documented cases in the past where fast food employees have literally been slinging drugs through a window.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Here in Utah.
Yeah, it's happened here. It has.
And they give the wrong person the wrong order, and
Yep. Mm-hmm. All it takes is one mistake.
yeah.
Well, maybe two, depending on if the person who got the wrong order was happy or not.
Yeah. Oh, sweet. I'm not going to say anything.
Where's my damn burger?
Yeah, after
Where's my burger? I just gotta.
I smoke this, I'm definitely going to eat that burger.
After I smoke this, I'm going back and getting a burger. Weren't you just here 5 minutes ago? Yeah. Just need another burger.
Yeah.
So we were talking about food stuff earlier, and I came across this list. It's from 2016. I tried to find like an updated one, but this made me laugh because some of these are funny. But it is the most unhealthy breakfast from across the United States. And I bet you could guess who the number one, and these are like restaurants, you know, and then also
Not
items.
fast food?
It does include fast food items, but it's like food items mainly from stores, but there are a few things on here. Oh, no, they're all from stores. Yeah.
Okay.
They're all from stores.
So-
Pop-Tarts.
I did see that on a different list. The Oreos, cookies, and cream Pop-Tarts is one of the worst foods you can eat for breakfast.
Really?
I haven't even heard of those. Those sound
I don't
delicious.
even like Pop-Tarts.
They're just packed full of sugar, you know?
Yeah.
My
And
kids
unrefined
love
carbs.
Pop-Tarts.
So number one thing, 2016, keep that in mind. That's a while ago. Cheesecake Factory's brulee French toast.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, it's bad. It's so bad for you.
So is that actually is that something you can buy in a store, or are you
It's from
getting
the
it?
Cheesecake Factory,
Or-
their restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah. And it comes in at 2,780 calories for breakfast. So you already ate the
Over.
recommended daily calories
More.
at breakfast. Yeah, that's crazy. IHOP country fried steak. Is not healthy. The gravy, biscuits and gravy is like super unhealthy to eat. I think in general, just the gravy makes it unhealthy.
That's just gonna be fat and
Yeah,
cream and
fat and then more fat,
And
Yeah.
biscuits.
and then do deep fry a steak and then put it on top.
Right.
Bread and deep fry it. Dunkin' Donuts Big and Toasted. I've never heard of that.
Never heard of it.
you don't go to Dunkin' Donuts anyways.
Do they even have
I
any
don't,
here?
but it's
I don't know
bad
if there's
for
any
you.
more than not, but I mean their donuts are brought in frozen.
This one's like we don't even have them here anymore, but it's Hardee's breakfast platter with bacon. It's biscuits.
It's Carl's Jr.
Yeah, I don't know if they have this breakfast platter with bacon, which is basically 2 biscuits with gravy, tater tots, eggs, and bacon.
I'm sure Carl's Jr. probably still has that same thing.
I know, and that's the sad thing is when you read them all, you're like, that sounds delicious.
good.
Yeah.
I'm
And
getting
these are all
hungry
the things
sitting
you're
here.
not supposed to eat. Burger King's Ultimate Breakfast is number 5 on the list. Doesn't say how many calories, but it's just got like sausage, 2 pancakes, a biscuit, and scrambled eggs, and then it comes with like, in this picture, it looks like it comes with 2 bags of tater tots or breakfast hash browns or whatever you want to call them.
Okay, when you first said or stores, I thought you meant like
Well, the
like
restaurants
a grocery
and stuff.
store,
Sorry, I should have clarified
Not-
a little bit more.
not like a fast food
So
restaurant.
this is
or
all
something.
from like stores, like,
Yeah.
from restaurants or fast food. So this, when you said Greek yogurt, I was laughing because Friendly's, if you've ever heard of them, they have a yogurt parfait breakfast, and everybody thinks it's healthy, but it has 640 calories, 22 grams of fat because they add a bunch of sugar to the yogurt.
Ooh.
So they're like, that's our healthy option, a yogurt parfait, and you're like, I'm eating healthy.
So, are you saying you've never heard of Friendly's?
Mm-mm, never.
There's one just right there in Midvale.
Where?
I don't know if
Isn't
I've
it right
heard
there
of
off
one
of
around
Fort
here.
Union?
Maybe there is.
Yeah, isn't there one over there by the,
Oh, you're
the Culvers?
Friendly's, not Freddy's. Are you thinking of Freddy's?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Friendly's. And I
Okay.
think this is like back east. Apparently, people get this for breakfast: Jamba Juice peanut butter mood.
I've
So
had
it's
that.
a peanut butter smoothie for
I've had that. That is really good.
980 calories to go.
Which size?
This says, oh, it doesn't say size. I'm assuming that it's probably like medium. This is the picture, but it's probably a stock photo, you know.
Yeah, and it actually is very good.
All the good things are super high calories.
Right.
I didn't know Subway had a breakfast mega melt, but that's 1,100 calories in a Subway sandwich. And then there was some other one. So then we can switch over. Panera's pecan roll. That's 739 calories in one roll.
One roll.
Yeah. And so I know a lot of people like Starbucks. Sausage, egg, and cheddar sandwich is super unhealthy.
They're
so if you
really
grab that,
good, though.
Yeah. If you grab that on a constant basis.
Then again, that's something that's brought in frozen.
It's still good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and this one cracked me up, and I wanted to get your opinion on this, Laura. Bagel with cream cheese - from anywhere. Of all the breads you could ingest first thing in the morning, a bagel, even a whole grain bagel, is the worst option for your waistline and your overall health. Add to that cream cheese, which has absolutely no nutritional value, and you have one of the most unhealthy breakfast options ever conceived by man.
Do you know how many everything bagels toasted with cream cheese I've had in the last month?
Yeah. And honestly,
at least 16.
I love everything bagels and cream cheese. They are so good.
They are good.
But it's weird to think, because if you don't think about the caloric intake and you just eat it, you're like, it's probably fairly healthy because I'm eating bread with cream cheese. Like, it can't be that unhealthy. It is. And then if you're a cereal eater, just get ready, because pretty much all cereal is unhealthy for you, including like Honey Nut Cheerios.
What about hot cereal?
Like oatmeal?
Yeah, oatmeal or...
Oh, I'm sure that's healthy.
Well, it depends on how much sugar then you put in the oatmeal.
Oh, yeah, true.
If you're eating just like plain oatmeal, you're going to be probably pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty disgusting.
Exactly.
It needs butter and brown
that's
sugar.
why I don't
Maybe a little fresh fruit, you're going to be okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing that I want more than a hot steaming bowl of grape nuts.
Yeah.
So then I went down the same path that you did, Chez, when I kind of misexplained what it was doing. I looked up the 55 unhealthiest grocery store foods in America.
Okay.
And you'd be surprised, and I was surprised, because most of these on this list, I'm like, hell yeah, I buy that. Hell yeah, I buy that. Or I would.
Frozen pizza.
Number one on the list, rice-a-roni cheddar broccoli. And then number two, and I thought that I almost stopped the list, because number two is also a rice-a-roni butter and herb.
That one's good.
And I'm like, oh, now they're just picking on rice-a-roni, right? But the number three was Knorr chicken broccoli rice in the packet. And number four, which holds, I will always fat out for this for the rest of my life, Velveeta shells.
I can't stand those.
That's so good, dude. Velveeta shells
is
are the
good.
best.
Chop it,
Good, huh?
cook up some bacon.
Yep.
Chop it all up.
I do have a soft spot in my heart for the Kraft Blue Box, though.
I was saying, it's Kraft Blue Box all the way.
I had a
That
Kraft
shit's
Easy
nasty.
Mac and Cheese before I came over.
See? The number four, yeah, Velveeta. Number five, I've seen them in every grocery store, and I've eaten them before, but I'm like, eh. The Nissin chow mein chicken microwave meal. You've seen the box. Like, if you go look that up, you've seen it in like, like it's in every grocery
I've seen
store.
That. I've never gotten one before.
But nobody buys it. You know exactly right away. Like, great packaging on them. And then number six is the Kraft white cheddar pasta shells. I'm not going to do all 50 of these, but it's just interesting to relate how
it's rice and pasta, basically.
Yeah, right?
But white cheddar is gross.
I like white cheddar.
Well, you always got to bring race into everything, man. I'm just kidding.
So I have to tell you what I did last night.
Okay.
When we get a sec.
Okay, yeah, I won't pass it up. The seven, though, I mean, we've all had this. Lay's sour cream and onion.
Ooh, yum.
Chips.
I like the
160 calories. Oh, they had the calories and everything. Let's look at Velveeta's. 370 calories, 12 grams of fat, 3 saturated grams of fat, 860 milligrams of sodium. That's why it's so good.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, yeah, those Flamin' Hot Cheetos you like, they're pretty unhealthy. Chili cheese flavored Fritos.
Those are so good.
So good, though.
They are good.
They're way unhealthy.
Especially if you pour chili on them and cheese.
I remember getting that in elementary school as a school lunch, the Frito pies.
I'd much rather have just the original Fritos.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You got to put chili on those, chili and cheese on original Fritos to just turn them into chili and cheese Fritos.
Yeah.
Frito pie.
Number 10 is nacho cheese bugles.
Dude, I just had bugles, not the nacho cheese, but on our Idaho trip, I bought a bag of them.
Your fingers?
No, so the funny story. So I bought them for that purpose, and I was the driver, and April was sitting next to me.
You bought them to stick on the end of your fingers?
I said, will you want, because I'm driving, I said, will you open those and put them on my fingers? But they wouldn't fit. They were a little bit smashed.
Yeah,
sad.
They don't fit like they used. I swear they changed.
Yeah.
So when I was a kid, maybe it was just smaller fingers.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's like putting the black olives on your fingers.
Yep. Probably can't do that anymore.
She said they won't fit. They're all smushed. I'm like, damn it.
I have been guilty of hamming one of these down my throat, the whole package. 12 Hormel pepperoni.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You just buy the package of pepperoni. You have good intentions to make a pizza with it, but then you end up just eating the pepperoni.
those are on my shopping
if
list for today. So
If you're smart, you'll just go to the deli and buy it by the pound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. But that's not Hormel, is it?
Who cares?
Yeah. I mean, I love pepperoni.
Yeah.
Pepperoni's like my spirit animal. And then you got the list goes on and on, but a lot of the breakfast things like the pre-made sausages, Jimmy Dean's on this list a ton. And then Oscar Mayer bacon. It's one of the healthiest things you can buy.
Oscar Mayer would be unhealthy.
Great value thick sliced bacon is right below Oscar Mayer bacon. And then here's where it gets interesting. In like 18, Honey Nut Cheerios are bad. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is bad. Fruit Loops is bad. Crave Chocolate Cereal is bad. Captain Crunch is bad.
What about Count Chocula? Is that on there somewhere?
It's not on there.
It's probably bad, though.
Cocoa or Fruity Pebbles, Lucky
Oreos
Charms.
Mega Stuffed is on here.
Frankenberry.
Little Debbie Oatmeal Cream Pies is on here.
Oh, that's too bad.
The only cereal I eat is
Ooh.
horror themed.
Count
Blueberry.
Chocula. Blueberry. I don't eat cereal.
Me either.
I gave it up.
Has
Wonder
anybody,
Bread's on here.
has anybody tried the Magic Spoon cereal?
No.
Why is it magic?
What is it? Yeah.
It's supposed to be like a healthier
Oh,
cereal.
yeah. I remember. It's like, yeah, it's supposed to be healthy cereal.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it. I've seen the advertisements.
So if you've tried it, let us know.
Yeah, that would be interesting to know what you think. And then it basically,
It goes
the
to
rest
soda.
of the list is sodas.
Soda.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought it's weird when you can go down that rabbit hole of looking at food, and then really like comparing what you eat on a daily basis to everything else, and
I'm really
makes me
hungry
sad.
right now.
I know, like I want all of those things,
My
but I
easy
also
mac
don't
and
want to.
cheese didn't go far.
Yeah. I'm like
why-
I'm getting hungry again. I just had a burger at In-N-Out, so
That's why I had miso, kimchi, and cabbage salad for breakfast.
you're gonna be hungry in an hour again.
Yeah.
No, I'm hungry after reading that. It's all the things that I want to eat. So what happened, Laura?
So you actually had a fairly healthy breakfast, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and I actually like got to the point where I just made my own miso soup. So and I put shiitake mushroom in it, and then
That sounds good.
the kimchi was already obviously made. I'm not gonna go out of my way. And then the salad was Napa cabbage with that sesame dressing, which turns out isn't crazy unhealthy. I thought it was going to be really unhealthy, but it's like 140 calories for 2 tablespoons.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
And it's really yummy stuff.
Usually it's like
Yeah.
200 calories for a tablespoon, you know? But it's good.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Well, it is lunchtime.
Yes, it is.
So you're mad at yourself
I
about
am.
something you did
Yes.
last
Speaking
night.
of food, so was home all day, took out a ribeye, sweet potato. Ribeye was frozen, so I put it on in the sink so it would defrost, and then you call. I was like, hey, come meet Kurt and I.
I didn't call you. I just texted you.
You
and said, we're
texted
down
me.
here if you
Yeah,
want to.
yeah. And I was like, and then that immediately changed my mind, so I went down and met you with the plan of going home and making the steak.
Okay.
Completely forgot about it.
Oh, no.
Woke up this morning and was so angry.
I did that with something.
And so I thought about it, and then I thought about my purse taco, which is just disastrous.
I don't know what episode you told the purse taco story on, but the Cliff Notes version is you had a Del Taco taco in your purse overnight and ate it the next day.
Yeah,
and
then
didn't go so well.
So I'm looking at the steak because ribeyes are not cheap, and I'm like, I'll just cook it. And then I said, maybe I shouldn't. So
Yeah.
the first thing I did was, hey Google, how long can you leave a steak out overnight?
Yeah.
2 hours max.
2 hours, yeah.
So I threw it away. I felt
That's
really
always
bad.
tough to do. I went to Bohemian not that long ago, and I put it in my truck, and it was cold enough out that I'm like, dude, I got the pierogies with the bratwurst, and it's so much food. It's like 2 brats and like 4 pierogies with sauerkraut. I'm just like, there's no way I'm finished this, but at least I got another meal. Came home, went inside, went to bed, woke up the next morning. I got hungry for lunch, and I'm like, shit, that's still down in the truck. And I almost thought about it, but I'm like, nah. It's not worth it. I'll just make something else. It's a bummer when you do that.
And by the way, if you Google that, she goes on to tell you how many per minute bacteria grows and how fast.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She was going through it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's going in the trash. So you'll have to listen to it sometime.
That's kind of funny. I wonder if Google like tailored that response to people because she was like 1 to 2 hours, and then they're like, whatever, Google's wrong, and then they eat it. So now she's like 1 to 2 hours, and after 2 hours, there's millions of cultures of bacteria already starting to grow,
and they multiply like crazy. I was like, oh God, no.
That's why they say with meat or eggs or anything, like mostly meat, but when in doubt, throw it out.
That's why you should never toss anything in the sink.
That's also true.
No.
I've heard you're supposed to do it in the fridge.
Yeah.
In the fridge or
in cold water.
With the water continuously running.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I took out another one and put it in my fridge before I came over.
Right.
Good. Have you done that before with any meals, Ches? Like a meal you're looking forward to and they just totally ruined it because you sat out too long?
Definitely. I mean, who hasn't?
Yeah. I was just wondering if you had any stories that would make us sad.
But I mean, leaving pizza out overnight, there's no problem with that. Pizza's like immune to anything.
Pizza? I don't know. Pizza still gets me though too. All you
we
people
should
that
look
eat
that one
cold
up.
pizza, you guys
I
are
can eat
insane.
cold pizza.
I'll reheat it, but
You're even more of an animal if you
Mm-hmm.
eat cold hot dogs.
Oh,
I would never eat a cold
you
hot
didn't eat
dog.
raw hot dogs or uncooked, whatever. I think
probably
they're already
did when I
cooked
was a
when you were a
kid, but
kid.
I took bites out of sticks of butter when I was a kid too.
yeah.
Cold pizza's the best.
Yeah.
Cold pizza sucks.
I mean,
doesn't take that
did
much
you
longer
even go to
warm up.
college if you haven't had cold pizza and warm beer the next morning?
Did go to college, but unfortunately, it wasn't traditional college, so I was too busy getting fast food and working.
But after a night of partying, you
I
wake
was
up the
just
next
made
morning.
ramen.
Oh, I'm going to eat the. We got leftover pizza and warm beer.
The microwave's
I have a pizza
right there.
stone, so I just turn my oven on, put the pizza stone in, and pop it on there.
The microwave is right there. It takes
Yeah.
less than a minute to get a little warmth on that thing, so it's not so weird.
You should leave your pizza stone in the oven at all times.
I do.
Oh, do you? Okay.
I have 2 ovens, so that helps.
I would say
Yeah, that
because
does
it'll actually help regulate the heat in the oven.
You have 2 ovens?
Yeah.
Man, do you have a butler too? What's going on over there?
She does technically have a butler.
I have a butler pantry.
Pantry.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom's got 3 ovens.
Jeez.
Still can't figure out where you're hiding the butler. You must-
I'm not telling you.
So yeah, every time I've been there over there, he's had the day off.
I know, or either that, or he's in some closet somewhere.
Yes.
I was like, I'm hiding him.
Yeah,
my
Mr.
butler.
Belvedere.
My butler.
Very, very sneaky, sir.
So yeah, I wasted a whole ribeye.
Yeah, that and with the price of meat these days, it really makes you mad. And then that's probably the reason why the answer is tailored that way on Google.
It reminded me of looking up something on WebMD though. Like,
yeah, you're
it's
gonna
like
die.
all of those side effects, and the first one is like it could be cancer.
Yeah, everything is a symptom of cancer.
So don't
Even
stuff up on
cancer.
WebMD.
Don't, yeah. I mean, don't self-diagnose to begin
Yeah,
with.
true that.
Kurt, you have a Kurt's Corner?
I don't know if I'd call it a Kurt's Corner.
But we are.
Kurt's Corner. Kurt's
For
Corner.
fuck's sake. Well, in the southern states of the United States, the cicada broods are emerging.
Ooh.
This year is unique because there's 2 broods that are emerging at the same time.
Oh, that's a lot of cicadas.
Are they
Millions,
going to stay down there?
billions of these stupid things.
Okay, so
Come out of the
what's the
ground.
problem with that then?
They're stupidly noisy.
Yeah.
They're so noisy that people down there are calling the cops.
Thinking that there's something wrong. Like, there's this really weird noise.
Yeah, because it's so loud that it can be measured as loud as a jet engine.
Holy shit.
When like
And-
people think it's sirens and
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, and I'm sure you've heard the sound before.
Play a
I
sound of it.
Let me look it up real quick.
Not
I-
the sound of like the entire swarm.
At least it's not killer
but just a
bees.
cicada, right? I do remember when I was a kid that we had like a monarch butterfly migration thing that came
That's
through
cool.
Utah. And there was like thousands and
That's
thousands
really
and
cool.
thousands of them. And of course, every kid in the neighborhood's out there with the net. Like, I got one.
All right, so here's a video that says
Okay.
what the 17-year cicada sounds like individually and as a group.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's.
So you got video too, or is it just sound?
There is a video. Let's see if I can get that over there. There we go. Some
Okay, so
audio
that's
here.
cicadas are like brown. They look like cockroaches with
They
clear
do.
wings.
So this is
Yeah.
this is brood 13 that emerges once every 17 years.
Okay. That's interesting. I didn't know. Maybe I needed to know
These
more about how
guys come
broods
out of
work.
the ground and make it almost impossible to go outside. It's just deafening. Listen to the noise this one makes. It sounds like something out of Star Trek. That's what one of them sounds like. And here's what thousands of them sound like in a concert. If you've never experienced these 17-year cicadas, here they are. Everywhere you walk, everywhere you go.
There's one there.
They make a shitty noise when they fly too.
Everywhere. I mean, they're everywhere. They're not really eating the stuff in the garden, which is good, but they're everywhere.
Here's another take of one of these just yelling individually.
It does kind of sound like a siren when you hear it like that.
That sky. It's bowing the other way. You can still hear those cicadas.
Jeez.
You want to make
They didn't do
sure
a very good job of showing us what the
closed
like.
up. I left the window open. One flew right into the car. Look at those red beady eyes.
Could you imagine driving around with that?
Every day, it seems to get louder and louder and louder. You got to close your windows at night.
Well,
it won't
yeah.
be long, and they'll all be gone. They'll lay their eggs in the ground, and then
Cicadas
in
suck.
17 years, they'll be back.
But also, I mean, didn't we from the locust? Isn't that how we got our state bird?
Yes.
Yeah. Seagulls ate them all. Maybe we just need to send some seagulls over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got plenty.
Yeah, there's two.
Oh, he's mowing the lawn. There's a million dead
Oh,
ones.
my.
Oh.
It just looks like mulch.
Man.
There's so many dead ones.
Yeah, it looks like landscaping bark.
It does, yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, but
Well, did they bite you or anything?
I don't know. Probably not.
I don't think so.
They're relatively harmless. They're just noisy as shit.
That would
But there's
be
two different
annoying.
broods that emerge at the same time. Fortunately, they don't overlap. The populations are fairly, they're close, but they don't overlap. That would be awful.
Glad we don't have anything like that.
Yeah, because this video we're watching here is from 4 years ago. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bugs suck. I do every spring have to get used to things flying around again after winter because like the gnats come out and the flies and it's like, ugh.
And the
Love
gnats are already out.
Yeah, they are. I already seen a couple in my house. I'm like, where are you
I haven't
coming
seen
from?
a fly yet, knock on wood, but
I saw one land on
last
Ches
year
when
they
we were
were
outside.
horrible.
They were horrible last year. I think
One
it's
of
supposed to be dry this year though.
One of those giant beetles that land on you.
Yeah, those the ones that can't fly very well either. The ones that go, they're like basically kamikazes, dude. I remember those. What are those, June bugs?
Oh, I don't know. They're horrible. They scare the crap out of you.
Yeah, because dude, that's okay. I'm gonna add that to my list of things that I hate is insects that can't fly well.
You have a list of things that you hate.
Yeah,
Can I hear?
wasps, spiders, some spiders, some spiders, but because some spiders eat wasps, those ones are cool. Those June bugs that come flying in like kamikaze you off of a patio or something. They don't fly good, man. They fly like they're wasted. And that's it so far.
That's it so
Okay,
far?
yeah. So
Okay.
going on the wasps here. So Wednesday, I'm working from home. It was a nice day, so I got my window open, and all of a sudden I hear this bzzz,
That's one of the only things that will make me drive into a Jersey barrier.
and I'm like,
A wasp in my car, I'm dead.
yeah. So now I've got this gigantic wasp. Like,
I would pull over on the freeway, dude. I seriously would. I'd pull over on the freeway. I'd open all the windows and be like, "It's got to get the hell out of here."
Open all the windows and bail out.
Or you just open like all the windows while you're driving in hopes that the wind will like suck it out.
yeah.
But
So
I mean, yeah, wasps suck.
Trying to kill this thing, and it like won't die. And I'm screaming, "Why won't you die?"
Because every time you're swatting at it, you're pissing it off.
Yeah.
Now.
Your neighbors are probably going, should we call the cops?
Exactly. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. My neighbor just yelled, "Why won't you
Why
die?"
won't you die?
Cops are, oh yeah, I got a wasp in the house.
Yeah, if I think it's only happened once up camping where like ones come into the car and I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
I have to stop everything. Like immediately, this has to be out of here.
Yeah.
I had a friend call me once, so she panicked because she had this spider on her wall. And she but like fear, that much fear.
I don't like spiders,
and I
but I
had
can
to talk her
smash 'em.
down. I said, go in your bathroom and get your hairspray.
Yeah, burn it
Spray
with
the hell
fire.
out of it. It'll freeze for a second. Get a broom, stand far away, and then walk it outside and tap it.
Yeah.
Yeah, spiders are good for the insect ecosystem, I suppose.
They are.
But wasps, pure pest. They should be destroyed.
They should be. All wasps die.
The wasp jihad starts today.
Yeah.
Anybody got any last words? Famous last words before I lock us in here?
I don't know. I'm going to have lunch.
Okay, yeah, I'm kind of hungry. I'm going to go get some bugles.
I'm going to get pepperonis.
Well, thanks everybody for tuning in to the Weekly Insult. Have a safe week. And as always, this has been your Weekly Insult. Just going to go get a giant bag of pepperonis.
Well, I'm going to make this chicken pepperoni dish.
I was 17 and I had
The chicken doesn't
I
make
was
it
just
healthier.
a new driver,
Yeah.
and I had a grasshopper. I kid you not, it was about that big on the inside of my windshield. And I pulled into a gas station, cut across traffic, opened my door, and got out.